Atiku Abubakar, former vice president and the flag bearer of the People's Democratic Party in the 2023 presidential elections, has written to the National Assembly. And according to reports making the rounds on Tuesday, October 1st, Atiku requested an amendment to the Constitution to allow for a single 6-year term for the president and state governors. And the PDP chieftain also proposed rotating the presidency between the North and the South in a memorandum to the Senate Committee on Constitutional Review. It is noteworthy that during former President Olusegun Obasanjo's tenure, he advocated for a 6-year single term for the presidential seat. I'll stop there. Mr. Vincent, we are listening to Atiku Abubakar make a double take on the need for a single term, a single tenure for the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, a single term of 6 years. Are you in favor of that idea, particularly?
Well, first and foremost, Atiku Abubakar should let Nigeria rest from his matter. If I will use the way, we'll put it in our local parlance, make we rest for his matter. Atiku Abubakar, should be more should come to reality as far as his contribution to the quest for Nigeria to move forward is concerned. Now, you don't just you want to build a house, then you think that you can start from anywhere. Because if you ask me, did Abubakar sit down in the comfort of his home and ask himself to what effect is this letter that he's submitting to the National Assembly, to what effect is he going to make, either for his own personal agenda or the need for Nigeria to move forward? How does that letter improve the life of the common man in Nigeria? Maybe Atiku Abubakar, for how big he is, how deep his pocket is, maybe he should be thinking of being a Dangote by going to the economic sector and setting up another refinery so that we employ thousands of Nigeria. With that, it will be more appreciated, and his name will be on the sound of time, compared to every time we'll be talking about the public system, which, when he was a part of it, we cannot lay hand on anything that we can say Atiku Abubakar did, such that when he's talking to the system.
Now, is there something wrong is there something wrong with a single 6-year tenure for the president?
Yes, we cannot say if there is something wrong or if nothing is wrong with it, or if there is something wrong.
Let me know your position.
Now, my position is this: single term of 6 years or double term of 4 years each is not the problem of Nigeria right now.
Okay.
In fact, it shouldn't be an issue. That is my position. Now, Nigeria is lacking in opposition. That is what should be the concern of Atiku Abubakar as it stands today, and not whether we have a president that is going to be in power for 6 years or is going to be in power for 8 years or for 4 years each. That should be the concern of Atiku Abubakar. If a party is sinking year in, year out.
Talking about his party.
Yes.
His party was prior to now in favor of the power moving to the south. But he asked for the floor to be open for any and everybody to be able to contest. But he is now saying that he needs a rotation between the north and the south.
That is one of the reasons why I'm saying that I don't know if it sits down to articulate properly, in line with his name, Atiku Articulation, before he come to the public to put forward certain things.
Okay.
Now you are talking about rotation of power between north and south. Okay, so it's a agenda now, or it's for Tinubu, the current president, to be there for 6 years so that the power will go to north, then he will not contest and become the president of Nigeria. Is that self-serving, or is actually looking at how to better the lot, or the fortune of Nigerians?
Okay.
So Atiku Abubakar should just let us rest.
Oh. Mr. Henry, between a 6-year single term and double terms of 4 years, as put forward by Atiku Abubakar, who prefers the 6-year single term. Let me know your take.
Okay. The thing is, The two have its advantages and disadvantages. Yeah, a single term of 6 years has an advantage, also a disadvantage. Now, here's the advantage. A single term of 6 years will give room for a quick, change and rotation of the seat. Okay?
Okay.
What I mean is, if a president does a single term ticket, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the chances of continuation is not there. Because that's it about his tenure. Good or, do you understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether it improves
then
the life of
what about the cons of it?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to explain.
Okay.
4 years. Are you listening, sir?
Very clear. Very clear.
Okay. What we're currently practicing is a single tenure of 4 years. No, is a tenure of 4 years. Okay. And then you can go for another tenure.
Exactly.
4 years. Now you have been long enough. There is hardly any precedent. Okay, only once or twice who have lost out in a re-election bid. Most presidents have done 8 years, if you will agree with me.
Yeah. So which do you prefer?
So,
which do you favor?
So, yeah, I feel like 6 years will be good. Okay, 6 years, so that if it's bad government, yeah, Nigerians can hold on for 6 years and then we'll never have your likes again. But if it's 4 years, and then he goes from 4 to 8, he wins a re-election. You know how this country is.
Yeah.
Such bad governor, president will always win a re-election bid and go for another 4 years, invariably making it 8 years. So 8 years of bad governance is longer than 6 years of bad governance, if you ask me. Do you understand it?
I do get you.
So I feel like, so 6 years, whether good or bad, I mean bad government or good government, is good, because after that we're not going to have your life again.
Okay.
So that's it.
Okay.
So
let me just put forward the next question is still in line, because we are working with time, and time is not a very friendly factor for us now. But we are discussing Independence Day celebrations concerning leadership as an albatross that has been bedeviling Nigeria. I want to ask you, from the beginning of this present republic, from 1999 down till our present president that we have now, how can you, in less than 2 to 3 minutes, can you describe where our leadership has failed and what we can do concerning leadership in moving forward as a nation?
Good question. This question. Leadership is the biggest problem of Nigeria. Leadership has been our problem.
Yeah, start with Obasanjo. Start with Obasanjo and reel down to present. Let's see where there were any loops and leakages.
Well, from the time Obasanjo took over, okay, he was fair. That he did very well. He had his downsides. His policies were not very good. But in comparison, he did better. And then from Obasanjo down to
Yaradua.
Good luck. Down to,
okay. Yaradua.
Yeah. It was a short. He was short-lived because of course death took him away.
Okay.
So that he would have done better. But within the short he was there, his agenda was good. I mean, he had good policies. Okay. So on a path of progress. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Then up to Jonathan.
Yeah, then Jonathan. Yes, Jonathan did well, not very well, because at some point he started playing into the hands of some powers so he no longer could deliver on the dividends of democracy, because he was trying to play some side, and so some point, toward the end of his tenure, he kind of missed it, and that was why Nigerians were tired, desperate for a change. And then APC came on board because Nigerians thought APC was the messiah. But unknown to Nigerians, APC was just another vulture waiting to take us out and just go and finish us. So yes, from Obasanjo, then I'm down to good luck, and then down to Yaradua, it was better, and from APC, that was where our problem started.
Wow.
APC paraded themselves as better, but quite unfortunately, it became clear enough that this is not an alternative. And then, I don't know who lost it, but their father of it all, the Emilio Khan, came on power and dragged Nigeria even further into the mud. So,
okay. Let's pause for there. Let me hear Mr. Vincent's take. Mr. Vincent,
yes, I'm here.
I mean, from Olusegun Obasanjo to our present state, give us a quick take on your position on leadership.
Okay, a quick one as a matter of fact. Now, former President Olusegun Obasanjo, to me, is the architect of the current challenges that is plaguing this country. You know, in the sense that now he had the opportunity to put Nigeria on the upper spiral as far as leadership is concerned in this country. You know, the opportunity was there for him, you know, to lay all the necessary foundations, you know, to ensure that we are on the launch pad that will take us to the progress and development that we desire as far as this country is concerned. But largely, the person of Olu Obasanjo failed woefully. Now, let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Now, the kind of relationship, the kind of mutual benefit, mutual relationship between the Senate and the executive that continue to rip Nigeria off, you know, that foundation that resulted to what I just mentioned now was laid by the Olusegun Obasanjo administration.
Okay, then let's see about the other subsequent.
Now, the Olusegun Obasanjo administration, I will try to be fast here.
Okay.
Now, the Olusegun Obasanjo administration, we were told, you know, putting so much in the power sector with very little to show for it at the end of the day. If we can remember very well, it was in the Olusegun Obasanjo tenure that we begin to see, you know, astronomical increase as far as the price of fuel that actually determine what happened, you know, to the economic fortune of the citizens of this country. It was in his tenure we saw a continuous astronomical increase as far as the pump price is concerned.
Let's see.
Then looking at Yaradua
stroke,
it is difficult for one to place Yaradua here or there because of how, you know, how brief that administration was. Okay. Therefore, Jonathan, I can still rate him as the best we have had as far the current democratic dispensation is concerned. Now, the issue with Jonathan administration was that, you know, he lacked the political will to stand by the policies, you know, that he formulated, his administration tried to execute. Now, there is a lot that was done in the agriculture sector. We saw massive infrastructure development across institutions. You know, I mean our education institution. You know, the University of Port Harcourt, just by the corner here, go to majority of the buildings in Uniport as it is today, in extension to many of our institutions. Let me not even go into the fact that it built over 30 universities that are all in operation today.
Okay, then, you know,
what
about the subsequent?
Then you talk about Buhari and then the Emilio Khan government. I will just join both of them together as two governments that have taken Nigeria to the cleaners, that have made Nigeria to ever regret why they could not see beyond their noses as far as choosing their leaders is concerned in 2015.
Oh.